Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. At their own 20-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Hard.
Switch.
Hit it.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
On,
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep.
It's a foot race. 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Lady! Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm across.
I'm coming after you. He's check.
Hey.
Crash.
Check 50. Check
368.
Check 43.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Shift.
Kill 2 by 2. Move.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And Gary's man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Game situation. Let's go.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Come on. You better bring it.
Heavy, heavy, heavy.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hands up.
For the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Fresno.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hot. Lead.
Don't let him breathe.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. 44. Hands up.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. It's a screen to return. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
53, Mike 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Slam.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Regular.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays is like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Results in a fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
X3, 218, chop it. Bravo. 52. Shoot.
On first down, Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check, check. Lucky. Ready?
To throw it is Locke. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing his Locke on third down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Locke now on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Raiders 0.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Now, that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
That's complete to Deshaun, the running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Mike, 36.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Completes it to Benjamin. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Out. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Check
368.
Watch this.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Check 47. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Wide. Get wide. 47's the mic. Check.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
The mic. Watch the pass.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93.
Dalton sets up play action. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have... And they have it at the 38-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Get him, you got him. Go, Mike, 51.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Okay, break.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I smell, hey, lock it. I smell fear in that offense.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Bang, bang,
Go.
bang, 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 bang. Check. 54 is Mike.
You get it.
Check.
On third and long, it's locked.
Push him back.
Push it forward, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hands up. Lead.
Mike's 47.
We can go 368.
Let's go.
Check 13. Check 13.
Kill.
On first down, Richard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Don't be mad. We go 368. Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Check.
From the 44, Dalton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check.
5-6. 2 by 2. Move.
Watch that. Check.
Leave up.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there. Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 61-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Ready.
Mike by 4. It's our field.
From midfield, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go.
A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Block going to throw. And he's going to go down again.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch
From the gun on third down. Lock. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It leads to second and 10.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Check nickel. Whip.
2 by 2. Move.
Switch. Check. Hey, switch gears. Slam.
Heavy.
You go tight. You got
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage.
Check 9. Watch twist. Hatchet. Check 3. Both sevens and Mike. Check Mike.
Here you go. Can. Hands up.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Bud.
Mike 36. Switch up. Watch 36 to Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got Mike.
On second and 7, Dalton. And this is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Mike, 36. Mike.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Watch twist.
Hands up.
To throw on third down. Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door
70,
and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down. But now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Look at me, zipper.
Tighten up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Charlie. Now.
To try again after the sack. Locke. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
36.
368.
Mike, 36. Double dog. That's the way.
Their D gets an INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that is incomplete. Show off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Rush in.
Regular. Heavy.
Check.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
3 bucks.
Hey.
49. Check 49. Check 4.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Now they go screen. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, 36.
Regular.
36.
Dalton here from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the curl. Motion.
2 by 2. Move.
To throw here, Dalton. He's airing it out for Williams. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Nice.
51 to Mike. 51.
From the gun, Don reads the throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Locking the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Check. Watch 54.
Here we go.
Hit it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Leo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 99.
Begin. Sponge.
This is Rashad. Set it in with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. At the 15.
Intercepted by the Broncos.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Broncos onto the
60
field, ready to
Pittsburgh.
start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready?
Trying to get
30
one more
base.
in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike, pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
Silver, silver.
Let's go.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. They look to throw. It's locked. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Let's go. Motion. Mike, 30.
Here you go. 368.
Dalton now, pass. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check, 47. Here we go. 47.
Regular.
Is the mic.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Give me some. Here we go.
368.
They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton, he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too.
Let's go.
And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a first and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hey. Over here.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
36 to Mike.
Hey, let's get some pressure.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
You got it.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
It's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Regular.
Football. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, Zoo.
They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 20.
You need team.
I got one.
2 by 2. Move.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. From the gun, Dalton. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws.
I'm going to hit you.
Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Brings up second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Down.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Let's go.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll find Royce Freeman, the running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Come on,
not
set.
totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Snap.
Back to throw. Lock. This is the tight end fan. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got it. Go.
They'll actually throw it with Lock. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
Ready?
Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
54, right there.
To throw his Lock. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They go again with Lindsey, and he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field